Good morning. I got some. Hi. Good morning, you guys. Good morning. Welcome to another glimpse of growth with Dr. Dale. Welcome, you guys. Today is Wednesday. If you were here a couple of minutes before, you would see that I wasn't even sure what date it was. Today is November 20. November? Is it November? It's November. Why am I surprised it's November? It's November 26th, 2025. Welcome to Wednesday. We made it another day. If that alone is not enough for you to be grateful for, I don't know what is. So I don't have an agenda. I usually have an agenda, but today I do not have an agenda. How about that? But I do know, because I know I wanted to talk about Thanksgiving. And I do know I wanted to talk about some, like, make sure that as you get as everyone get ready for Thanksgiving, for those that celebrate it, right? Not everybody celebrates Thanksgiving, right? Just kind of putting that out there. Not everybody celebrates Thanksgiving. But if you're here, you are here with Dr. Dale, another glimpse of growth. Um, we're talking about Thanksgiving and stuff that may go imperfect. You may go imperfect as you gather with friends and family, right? And doors that are near and dear to you as you gather with them. Just making sure that you have some stuff in the back of your mind as you get ready for all of the things, right? If you're here in the United States, maybe also some other places. I know back home in Honduras, we don't really care, but we care. Some people don't really, some people really don't celebrate it. But when we were growing up back home, we did. We celebrated. My family, we definitely, because it's food. I mean, getting together with food, why not, right? So if that's you and you're in one of those countries and you really don't care for it, that's okay too, right? That's quite okay, right? Because I see it as another day to pretty much give thanks. That's all it is. Another day to kind of, and instead of you feeling like you're the only one in the world giving thanks, it's a bunch of people all over the world giving thanks. So at the same time, right? So that's the way I see it. So I mean, giving thanks is giving thanks on any day and every day. So yeah, that's how I see it. And why not give thanks? And I don't know if you guys know, but gratitude is one of the highest forms highest forms of feelings, of frequency. Gratitude. So why aren't we going to get in on that? If gratitude is one of the highest forms of feelings, emotions, frequency, energy, why are we not going to be a part of that? Why not? So, whether you celebrate Thanksgiving or you don't, be here with me, and maybe something that's going to be dropped. Good morning, you guys. Good morning. Thank you guys for passing through, for joining. Maybe something that's said, maybe it resonates with you, and maybe you can take something. Maybe. Maybe. So as Thanksgiving approaches, and again, I said I'm not going to be here long today. We usually here for about an hour and a half, hour 15. Today is probably going to be 15, 20 minutes. Probably. I say that now, but then I end up being here such a long time. I mean, I do it all the time. And I'm trying to keep my promises today because I have preparations. So let me tell you guys what I'm doing, right? I'm not doing no turkey. Let me just start with that. So now that I said whether or not for those that believe in Thanksgiving and those that don't believe in Thanksgiving, that's perfectly fine. It's just another day to give thanks. I'm just saying that we don't do turkey. Well, I think for the 2 years ago we did turkey. We do turkey and something else because we're not really fans of turkey. We're not really fans of turkey. And my sister Casola told me, I told her, no, we're not going to do turkey. We're going to do chicken. We're going to do barbecue chicken. And she was like, you don't do barbecue chicken on turkey for Thanksgiving. And I was like, yeah, that may be true. But, down here in this house, I'm the one cooking. So I'll be doing Thanksgiving with some chicken. What about you guys? What are you guys doing Thanksgiving with? Or is everybody that's passing through, whether you're listening live or you're passing through in the recordings, let me know. Are you planning on doing, if you believe in Thanksgiving, right? Or if you're celebrating Thanksgiving, right? I mean, it's food and getting together and giving thanks. I mean, why not? If that's something that you are doing and you're about, what are you celebrating Thanksgiving with? I would love to know. Am I the only one out here celebrating Thanksgiving with chicken? I don't think I'm alone, but if I'm alone, it's okay too. So yeah, so that's what I told my sister, that's what I'll be doing. And she convinced me for like a day or two. And please don't tell her. I don't know if she's listening. Please don't tell her that I decided to go back. I said, okay, fine. She's like, yeah, just get a turkey and the stuffing and get some cranberries. And she was telling me all these things to do. And I was like, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, sure. Some collard greens or whatever it is that they eat with Thanksgiving. And then 2 days later, I was like, yeah, so we're gonna do this chicken. Let me know. Let me know. Am I the only one? Don't be sitting here watching me and making me feel like I'm out here in these streets by myself. Carol, good morning. Tell me, Samuel, let me know if I'm the only one out here that is celebrating Thanksgiving with chicken. Because that's what I'll be doing. If you're here in the United States and you celebrate Thanksgiving, come on. Let me know. Let me know. Are you celebrating Thanksgiving with chicken or is it turkey for you? So we're doing, going back to what I was saying, we're doing chicken, barbecue chicken at that. And then we're doing some ribs. And then I think my sister-in-law is bringing some what do you call that? Some, gosh, I forgot the name. Why is it escaping me? What is she bringing again? She's bringing some. God, it's gonna come back to me, you guys. It's gonna come back to me. Forgot what she's bringing. So we're having 3 different meats, is what I'm saying, right? And I'm doing some rice and some yellow rice and some potato salad, some lettuce salad. Got to make sure I have the lettuce salad in there, right? Got to make sure that we're healthy. We're eating some greens, right? And I'm doing some cabbage. No, some cabbage salad. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Anyways, you guys, that's what I'm having. I mean, that's what we're having. Some potato salad, some rice, we're doing some lettuce salad, and we're doing my mom wants some pork and beans. So we're having beans because husband likes the beans too. Okay. So that's what we're having over here in the hall, Laing-Hall Herard's household. Right. So that's what we're having for Thanksgiving. And did you guys know that um uh, people believe that we gain during Thanksgiving, like we think that we gain 5 to 10 pounds weight during Thanksgiving, but in reality, on average, we only gain 1 pound. So do with that whatever you like. Everybody, I'm telling everybody that I know that I have a conversation with in these past couple of days, I tell them, eat as much as you want. Because everybody else is going to tell you, don't eat too much. Like, take your time. Don't be eating all that food. What other day of the year are you going to have? I mean, have as much food as you're going to have tomorrow or these days? Thanksgiving. What other day? Thanksgiving. So eat as much as you want. And research shows that we don't gain as much pound as we think we do. So, like I said, do with that whatever you will. So, as Thanksgiving approaches, I want to make sure and extend wishes to people who do celebrate Thanksgiving. Hi, good morning, Girly Pops. I like that. That's a really cool name. Girly Pops, thank you for passing through. Lil Francie, good morning. Good morning, you guys. Thank you for sharing and being here with me. This is another a glimpse of growth with Dr. Dale. And I said I wasn't going to be here long today. I said I wasn't going to be here. Are you real? Yeah, I'm real. Like, I'm a real human being, but real, my blood is red the last time I checked. Thank you for asking. So I'm live on all the social media, Dr. Dale Reports. And this is my podcast, A Glimpse of Growth. And we talk about emotional intelligence, we talk about family, we talk about workplace, we talk about your boss and your manager and how to be a better human being to your and how to be a better human being to your friends and your family and everybody. So we talk about life in here, right? So today we're kind of like focusing a little bit more on how is it that, during this Thanksgiving season, for those that celebrate and even for those that don't celebrate, Thanksgiving thanks is always a great thing, right? Whether you do it on the day of Thanksgiving or the day after Thanksgiving or the day before Thanksgiving, it doesn't matter. Point is that giving thanks is one of the highest forms of energy that benefits your well-being and your soul, right? And it's okay for you to be perfectly imperfect and grateful, right? Be grateful today, be grateful tomorrow, be grateful every single day. And I'm not saying be grateful because the days are perfect. The days are not perfect. The times are not perfect. The situation is not perfect. What's going on in life? It's not perfect. What's going on in your family? It is not perfect. We all have life situations and friends and pain and health problems and money problems. Like you can just name it, and someone is going through it, right? Mental health issues, right? There are issues going on in your family, there are issues going on with your friends, like all of the things, right? And nobody is abstained from it, right? The question is, like I say all the time on this podcast, what are you going to do when you're in that situation? How are you handling it? And when you are handling it, how kind are you being? How kind are you being not only to the people that you're around, but how kind are you being to yourself? Right? That's what emotional intelligence is all about. Emotional intelligence is about self-awareness. It's about regulating your emotions. It's about your social skills, reading the room, right? Making sure it's about empathy, understanding the other person's plight. That is not all about me, and me. That there are other people in the game, right? And it is not about me, you, yourself, and yourself, right? There is more to life than just me. um Oh, that's okay. That's quite fine. Um, I am so sorry, but I don't talk about. It's fine because I am Muslim, but I have hope you're going to have. Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. Anytime is get together. Thank you so much for that. And I do as well wish you and pray the best for you, girly pops. That you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, and it's fine. Not everybody does, right? And that's okay. The point is that to give thanks, to whoever you give thanks to, right? Not only to the God that you serve, but also your friends, your family, right? For yourself, for showing up, um and for doing the things that are tough and that not everybody wants to do. You are still in the game, Jamil. Thank you for passing through. Good morning. You're still in the game. That's the point, right? This season, and not only today, not only Thanksgiving, this season, this whole time, every single day you get an opportunity to reflect deeply, right? Like, I celebrated my birthday a couple weeks ago. I I won a pitch award competition, a week ago, and it gave me a time, like all of these things and all the things that are happening and all the people that you have in your life. It's a blessing. That's how I see it. It's a blessing, right? A powerful truth that keeps whispering to me is that we are a blessing. We are here on this earth to be a blessing to those that are around us and to be a blessing to ourselves, right? Life doesn't have to be perfect for you to have a perfect day. It doesn't have to be. Think about it. You define what perfect look like. You define that. Thank you. Bye. Thank you for passing through. So you get to define what perfect looks like. So Thanksgiving and this season and today and the holiday season, whether you're here in the United States or not here in the United States, wherever it is that you are, this time is picture worthy, of you having to kind of do some reflection on what has happened this year, right? It's about presence over perfection, meaning being present. I went to an appointment yesterday, and when I showed up for this appointment, the person told me, "You seem like you have some anxiety, a little bit of anxiety." And I said to them, "You are correct." Because it was true, and it's because my mind was going 1,000 miles an hour. I was thinking about all kinds of things. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, my birthday was on November 1st. They call that All Saints Day. I don't know what that means, but I'm just saying it. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, thanks for being here. Definitely continue to, let me make sure I'm saying your name right. Shrutika? Shrutika? Shrutika. Please let me know. If not, I apologize. Jerome, Sharon, good morning, you guys. Welcome to another glimpse of growth with Dr. Dale. So, if the time doesn't have to be perfect for you to be to for it to the time does not have to be perfect for you to treat it like as it is, because you get to define what perfect looks like. Do you know that your perfect and my perfect are two different perfects? If you want that table to be set and perfect, you decide what, oh no, I want this, I want this glass over here, I want the plates over here, I want the spoons over here. That's your perfect, but it's not my perfect, and that's okay. Right? When I went to this appointment, this lady told me what she told me. She said that I was, and she said, "Seems like you have some anxiety." And she checked my pulse, and I was like, "Yeah, I do." And I was like, I recognize that. And think about it, look at it this way. I always knew, I knew that I'm like, I woke up that morning, I was like, I feel a little bit off. And it's because I that morning, yesterday morning specifically is what I'm talking about. I did not pause to do my meditation that I usually do. See, I have a routine, and sometimes when I'm rushing or I oversleep, I don't do my routine, right? Because I have a nice flowing morning routine, and sometimes I don't stick to that. I get to decide whether I stick to that or not. And yesterday morning, I didn't necessarily stick to it. And so, yes, my mind was going 1,000 miles an hour. So when it came time for me to sit down and do this appointment, yeah, this person noticed. And when they noticed, I was like, that gave me a time to like, okay, I am having some anxiety a little bit. I am overthinking some stuff. I am worried about this or that. So I'm here to, this is me reminding you that you have stress and anxiety that you know nothing of. You have stress. You are dealing with things on the inside, on the inside, on the inside, and you think that you're fine. Maybe you're not. Maybe you need to give it, give it some time. Good morning, Araeze. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, yeah, it was my birthday, girl. It was my birthday. So maybe give it some time. You maybe stop and don't do like I did, right? And just power through it. Actually pause. And when she said that is when I kind of started, I stopped and I gave myself some time to pause and recognize what I was feeling, what was going on, and kind of quiet my mind, my heart, my soul, my spirit, and calm myself down, and kind of did like a 5-minute meditation and did some deep breathing. And after that, I unclench my jaw, because that's what every meditation person, that's yoga person that's into all that stuff, they'll tell you unclench your jaw. Breathe from your diaphragm, not from up here. You breathe through your nose, but you breathe from your being, your below, your soul. And it feels so good. It feels so good. So that's what I'm here to remind you of, that when you're with, and for those that celebrate Thanksgiving, give yourself some time to breathe this Thanksgiving as you prepare, as you sit down with the family, as you have fun with them, and as you even maybe you're going to have some stressful moments because not everybody in the family you get along with all of them sometimes. And if you do, if you're one of those rare family out there that you get along with everybody and everybody gets along with you, great. But that's not most families. That's not most families, right? That's not what it is. Some of us, I know that for sure. Some of us are navigating some really tough situations, tough season right now. It's a tough season out there for a lot of us, right? And if that's you, please hear this when I tell you tough times are going to always come. But you thought I was going to tell you something else? Tough times are going to always come. And they do not come to stay. That's the good news. Tough times don't come to stay. They pass on through. They have their season. Thank God that they have a season, right? That they don't permanently stay here. The good thing about it is that as a result of that tough time, you become a little bit tougher in terms of being a little bit more resilient, being a little bit more purpose driven. You learn. Right. Yes. 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 That's exactly what I'm saying. Shritika, that's you have to decide for yourself what that looks like. You get to decide, right? I don't, I decide for me what's best for me. You decide what's best for you. Nobody can tell you what's best for you. If it doesn't feel right, then I urge you to don't do it. Rethink that strategy. Don't, if the person's maybe this Thanksgiving, this is not the year. Maybe it is the year for you to face them, and maybe it isn't the year for you to face them, but you decide that, right? You have to decide that. So this week, let gratitude be kind of like your guiding light, right? Celebrate the small wins. Celebrate, as small as they are, celebrate them. Cherish the imperfect moments, you know be fully present with the people that are around you and who matter the most, right? I thank each and every single one of you for those from everyone that follows me on social media, for those that share, for those that like, for those that comment, for those that just been following my entire journey since I started my own business, Dale Reports, back in 2023. For trusting me, for walking alongside of me, for the clients that I have, I am just thankful. And remember, I said in the beginning that you don't have to, things don't have to be perfect for you to give thanks for it. Because if you're waiting for things to be perfect so you can give thanks, you will be disappointed, my friend. You will be harshly disappointed. Perfectly imperfect gratitude. That's what being human is all about. Cherish the imperfect moments. Cherish the imperfect moments. So I am grateful that you guys have passed through and we have had conversations. For those for Adaeze that came on my podcast, like, I've learned from each and every single one of you. I am grateful. And we have collaborated and learned from each other in terms of leadership, strengthening your resilience, being bold and showing up for your businesses and for your families and for the workplaces and for all the things. Be grateful. I am grateful from my heart to yours. Happy Thanksgiving. Really enjoy yourself and the family that you have around you. Because one thing is for sure, not every person that you have in your life right now, not everything that you have in your life, they're going to be there forever. You're not going to be here forever. And so that's my question that I always ask everyone. What is it that you're leaving behind? That's the Thanksgiving, some Thanksgiving lessons. What is it that you want to leave behind? As we end this year, we're getting closer and closer to 2026. What is it that you want to do in 2025 before 2026 get here? You don't have to answer that question now if you're not sure what it is. You can answer it later, but you should answer the question. Answer the question. Answer the question, you guys. So here's some lessons for as you sit down with the friends and the family, and maybe even this Thanksgiving, maybe you're sitting by, maybe you're alone, and if you are, that's fine. That's great. That's fine. What are you doing when you're alone? What are you thinking about? Be intentional with your thinking. Don't be having, I used to have, I mean, this used to be me, you guys. Like, I used to have all kinds of, not be very intentional or purpose driven with how I thought. Like, I would have random thoughts throughout the day, just all kinds of things from the past to the present to the future. My thoughts used to run. Is that you? Like, your thoughts are all over the place because your thoughts decide how you show up. So what are you thinking? Because your thinking decides your feeling, this is all connected. That quote by Mahatma Gandhi. So some Thanksgiving reflection thoughts. Marita, thank you for stopping by, for being here. Presence over perfection. Be present. Everything does not need to be perfect for the day to be perfect. It's beautiful just the way it is. Everything does not have to be perfect, right? And give yourself and your people and the people around you some grace. I always talk about grace on here because I don't think we have enough of it in this world. God gives us, for those that believe in God, the Lord Savior Jesus Christ, he gives us his grace and his mercy, right? Extend some grace to the people around you. What does that mean? That means everyone, I really do believe, unless you believe different, I really do believe that everyone is doing the best that they can with what they have and what they feel. And their best may look like a 2 for me or a 20 for me, but they're doing their best. Think about that. Think about the people in your lives that maybe are challenging you. Maybe they're stretching you a little bit. Maybe they're giving you a hard time. Maybe you're looking at them side eye. I really do believe that they're doing the best that they can, right? But their best can look like a 2 for you or a 1, or it doesn't look like they're doing their best at all. But the benefit of the doubt, right? Extend some grace. That's what this season is all about. Forgiveness, grace, mercy, a little bit of joy, right? And so your peace. Oh, I talk about that. Oh my gosh, I talk about your peace all the time on this podcast. I can't not talk about peace, because that is my new what do you call it? That is my new secret weapon is my peace. Your peace. And I said this all the time. Protect your peace like it's your property, like it's your house. You see how you fight for, when you decided to buy your house or you decided to buy your car? Protect your peace just like how you protect those things, right? Protect it lovingly, even in a room full of people. Even when you're in that room or in that group or in front of that person that stretches your boundaries, protect your peace. If that means that you have to walk away, then you walk away. If that means that you have to stop the conversation and say, this is not something that I'm interested in, the conversation that I'm interested in having, then you do that. I'm talking to myself because this is stuff that I struggle with sometimes, right? You're trying to be nice. Nice people. Nice doesn't always get the groceries, right? It just doesn't. Being nice, it costs you. So being nice and being direct and just making sure people are not walking all over you and you're not being a people pleaser, like that balance is so thin. This is so thin, and you can easily go into one way or the left or the right. But when you're in that room full of all of your friends and your family, Dawson, 1918, make sure that you are protecting your peace. Good morning, Susan. Susan, good morning. So you are allowed to pause. Gosh, if anybody had told me this when I was graduating high school and when I was in college and when I had all of those early relationships with boyfriends and trying to figure out what it is that my family wanted from me. If someone had told me this, I think I would have been a little bit closer to some emotional intelligence back then. But nobody had no time to pause. Pause. You are allowed to pause. Take a walk. Step outside. Breathe. Reset. And then return with love. I felt like that if a person, like if I was arguing with a guy, and this is me, right? If I was arguing with a guy back then and they decided to walk away from the conversation, I felt like they didn't care. Either they didn't care about me or they didn't care about the conversation that was happening. But now I know it's okay to walk away, especially when the conversation is getting heated. You don't want the heating to lead to anything else apart from words. Right? That's not the way I thought back before. That's not the way I thought before. You can take a walk. You are allowed to pause. You're allowed to take a breath. And in however long and whatever that looks like for you. That's right. Yes, Susan. Tough times never last, but tough people absolutely do. You are allowed to pause. Gratitude shifts the entire atmosphere. Did you guys know that? I welcome you to give that a try. Focusing on what's here, focusing on the people that are here in front of you, not what's missing, not what you didn't bring, not what they didn't bring, not what they didn't do, not what they did, what's here and now. That they're here and now. Open your heart to abundance. Focusing on what's here and now, not what's missing. Because I'll be honest with you, sometimes the most meaningful moments are the ones that don't make it into the pictures. You guys realize that? Like, I remember when we did vacation back home in Honduras, a couple years ago. I think it was, can't remember when it was. It was before COVID, I think. Yeah, I think it was 2019 or something. And my family back home, most of the family went, and we had our big, it was a life celebration of my grandmother. And I remember trying to capture all of these moments because that was a time when my mom and all of her sisters most of her sisters were gonna be there, and then my cousins and everybody. And those times you don't always get a chance to see all of that. You don't always get a chance to be in the frame of mind. Notice what I said. You don't always get a chance to be in the frame of mind to appreciate what is going on in front of you. That's a whole word. Think about that. You don't always get a chance to be in the right frame of mind to celebrate the things and the people that are happening in front of you. Sometimes the most meaningful moments are the ones that we don't capture in pictures and video. So you should have seen me trying to capture all of these moments, but I couldn't be in all the places at all times. Good morning, Miss J. I couldn't be in all the places at the same time. And then when I was trying to capture these moments on video or pictures, sometimes you have you noticed, like when you're trying to take your recording something, sometimes you're not in the moment because you're trying to get the picture perfect moment. But sometimes maybe this year, maybe this holiday season, maybe you put down the camera and you be a part of those conversations and let that moment be cherished, ingrained into your mind, into your memory, and you take that with you. But I did get to capture some of those moments back home, though. And as a matter of fact, a couple months ago, I was able to look back on some of those videos and pictures that we took, me and my sister, and kind of see, man, that was good. That was really good. I love my, talking about my family history and, the people that came before me and what they've done and their story without judgment. I'm going to say that again, without judgment. Listening to someone's story without judgment. So as you get together with friends and family and, looking down on someone or judging them in your mind, they should have done this, they should have do that, they should have known better. Why did he show up here? That may be the case. You may be right. But we mentioned before, maybe some grace. I don't know. Maybe some grace. Whatever that looks like. Or maybe not, right? There's no wrong answers here. Because again, you get to decide what perfect looks like. You want the plate right in front of you, and that's perfect for you. That's how you set your table. But my table, I'm going to put the plate over there, a couple of inches away from me. That's perfect for me. So don't look down on somebody else's perfect. Don't point fingers at somebody else's imperfect or perfect, because their perfect may not look like yours. And we have to be okay with that. We have to be okay with that. So that comes back to understanding, again, all of these moments, all of these things, all that you're going through. The situation is not perfect. What's going on in these streets is not perfect. What's going on in these streets is not perfect. But it's important that you understand that it doesn't come to last. This Thanksgiving, I want you to choose peace. I want you to choose gratitude. I want you to choose peace, not only not so much for the people around you, but for yourself. Right? For yourself. Because remember, I told you I went to that appointment yesterday and I didn't even realize that I had anxiety. What is it that you have going on inside of you that you don't even know? Right? You think I'm not stressing about anything, but then you go and your blood pressure is sky high. Right? You're stressing, you are doing you're doing all of these things that are showing everybody else on the outside that you are stressing about some stuff and you don't even know. I didn't know. I mean, I knew I was off, but I didn't pay attention to it. I didn't know I was off, and I'm like, I don't feel too great. I wonder what it is. Oh, keep going. You're toughing through it without paying attention. That's what I did. Don't do that to yourself tomorrow. Don't do it to yourself any other day. Try your best to always let's be more intentional this year, this Thanksgiving, and kind of listen. Let's start listening to our bodies and to our intuition. Listen, it's telling us something. telling us to pause, it's telling us to breathe, it's telling us to, maybe you should let that go. Maybe you don't need to address that issue right now. Maybe you don't need to put them on blast right now. Maybe you don't need to put them on blast at all. Not every comment deserves your energy. Gosh, not everything that someone says deserves you getting a neck issue about it. I'm saying that because I so wish someone had told me all of these things, every single one of these things. Not every moment deserves your energy. Not every person deserves your energy. Protect your joy. Celebrate the ones who fill your cup. And remember, gratitude is your greatest power move. Gratitude. Gratitude. Where focus goes, energy flows. Remember that? Wherever it is that you are focused on, that's where your energy is going to go. Choose what feels like love. If it feels like love, let's go in that direction. Let's go in that direction, y'all. That's right, Miss G. Does perfect even exist? Very good. I mean, some people. So then, if it doesn't, if it's that's a really good question, because it even like it even goes a little step further. It makes me think about, if perfect doesn't even exist, then why are we just gun ho about it? It's our idea. It's what society told us perfect is, right? Miss G is what society told us. It's they told us that this is what perfect looks like. So let's follow that. Let's do that. Is that even true? Is that even true? Right? Do we even need to say that? Is that even important for you to address? Right? Is that even important? It's it's perfection. It leads you down a road of thinking that you're not enough. You're not enough, right? What did um Brene Brown said about imperfection? Let's see. There's a quote that she said about imperfection. She said, imperfection or inadequacies. I can't say that word right. You guys get what I mean. She said they are reminders that we're all in this together. I am imperfect and vulnerable and sometimes afraid, but that doesn't change the truth that I am also brave and worthy of love and belonging. Authenticity is a collection of choices that we have to make every single day. It's about the choice to show up and be real. Accept our flaws. Accept who you are. Accept your family. Your family ain't going nowhere. Sorry to tell you. You can disown them all day, every day. You can disown the family all day, every day. Right? But they're still, your blood is still their blood. And your flaws and your vulnerabilities are not shortcomings. They're not imperfect. That doesn't mean that something is wrong with you. It just means that you're human. Right? Perfection often acts as a heavy shield that keep us from living fully. What is it that you're trying to be perfect at that is causing you to not be fully, fully, fully real with yourself? Growth comes when we let go of needing to be perfect. When you just like, "Oh, you know what? I'm okay. I'm done. I'm going to just let them see and let them see who I really am." Maybe it's time for them to let them know who you really are. Let them know who you really are, you guys. Let them know who you really are. And that's how we go. It's someone else's idea. We don't have to buy into it. That is right, Miss G. 100%. Don't let someone else's idea of perfection decide what your day, your Thanksgiving, your season, your life look like. You decide that. So you have the power. I got the power. You got the power. So remember I said earlier when I got in here that I wasn't going to be here long. How long have I been here? I can't with myself. It's been about 45 minutes. 45 minutes, you guys. All right. That's it. I'm done. I just wanted to come in here and give you guys all the thanks for just checking me out and for always supporting and being here. And I wanted to also say that, have yourself a merry little happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate Thanksgiving. And if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, well, have a great Thanksgiving anyway. Have a happy day anyway. Have a grateful day, right? Thanks, give. I thanks give and I give thanks. So give thanks. And I'll see you guys next week for another glimpse of growth with Dr. Dale. Thank you guys for popping in. Susan, Shrutika, Ms. J. Thank you guys. All of you guys over here on TikTok as well. Thank you. And I'll see you guys next week for another glimpse of growth with Dr. Dale. Take care. Thank you for being here and supporting this channel. If you enjoyed this episode and this content, it would mean a lot to me if you would take a few seconds to ensure you are subscribed to A Glimpse of Growth with Dr. Dale. Click the notification bell to receive notification. Share it with someone you think may need it. And let's continue to become more intelligent with our emotions. Thank you. See you later.